Today, she can control the speed here for Dwayne Dunn, gets a couple of kilos off in what looks to be a touch weaker race than that mare's event that she ran in last time. Green Roller Zarparella in good winning form into that race. And as you said, she was just anchored a month between runs with the 60Ks. I can see her going forward and controlling the race here. Pinching a break round the corner. Now, we would have liked it to have stayed around that slow 7 mark or a touch worse. But you know what? Small field like this, I think she's good enough to get away with it. A bit of life in her coat too here, which is good to see this time here. A little bit woolly, but a nice bright coat.
Okay, well, Roland, hardly a punter's pal, raced on Saturday, slow out, and maybe the track was too firm. I don't know, just didn't basically compete at all. Previous run was here and was quite satisfactory. Roland, as a punter, you need a deep pocket and a bit of a leap of faith.
Yeah, you do need that. If you go on the runs behind the cleaner and then marksmanship, you'd say he'd be a really good chance in a race like this and probably around a $4 hope. He's $7 to $8 on course on the back of that run on Saturday because he just never was sighted in that event. Really hard to come into him with any sort of confidence off that run.
3 years gold medals coming off the Warwick Nabil Cup. We saw that form tested on Saturday. He ran $5 into $4.20 there, Royal Mephisto, and thought that ran really well. But got to get out to this distance range and show us that's what he's looking for now.
There's good midweek form right throughout this horse's form card through Tampere, Clang and Dazzle, Luna Nova, Contact, Royal Mephisto. All those horses are capable of winning to this sort of grade in the right race. So I'm not too worried about the depth of the form around the horse. Whether he can get back and finish off over the top of a horse like High Ames, who we know is probably listed grade, up around that Queensland Carnival type listed grade race. It's a bit of a doubt for mine. Barrier 1, he's going to need a little bit of luck from there too.
Well, he's racing well, this bloke, the Graney Hot Power. Michael Walker up today, rode it last time out. Horse going well enough to win one, fit at 2,400. Things might fall his way eventually. It might be today.
Quite a fantastic preparation, really, when you think that he won first up and he's coming into his 8th race here and he's run placings at his last 3 runs. He's been remarkably consistent. And you know what you're going to get with this horse when he strikes a slow or a heavy track out around this distance? He'll sit midfield, he'll start a run at about the 600, and as long as he doesn't run into traffic, he'll keep going strong onto the line. I thought he had every chance there behind Get Out of Town last start and ran his usual honest race.
5 here, Need the Dough. Comes for the Green Roller High Ames race. Travelled wide there. I don't know what happened there. Didn't work out at all for Need the Dough. Think of him more as, think of her, obviously more, slow 8s and heavy 9 for her. But look, they're an even bunch.
Yeah, the wetter the better for this girl. But I think the key here today for Craig Newitt is the barrier. She draws gate 4. You wouldn't think that she'd be getting caught wide for the 4th time this preparation for Mick Kent. She's just had no luck at all in the runs at Sandown, Lakeside and Hillside. And when she does get caught wide, she tends to race really fierce and keen. Hopefully she can just settle in that 2nd, 3rd run behind a High Ames. And if she doesn't pull, she can give that horse a test.
Okay, there's Ruby Diamond's hard to miss the colours, isn't they? Ruby in the all gold there, ran in the Green Roller race. Was 10 lengths behind. That was the first crack at 2,400 metres this campaign. Probably sneak a place perhaps here, the outside of the field, $21.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if a 7-year-old mare at start number 39 could jag a win in a race like this, but a small field gives her a hope to do that. Brooke Sweeney, I noticed earlier in the day, out walking the track, really thorough with her inspection of the ground there. So confidence that the horse can maintain that good run last time, although beaten a long way from the winner, as you said, and maybe get into a minor place.
And Miss Maddie, another who ran in that Green Roller race, basically finished alongside Ruby Diamonds there. So fair to say, as there was on that occasion, there's not much between them.
No, you wouldn't think so. And Mick Kent just using the claim again of Jackie Berryman here, the 2 kilos to get away from those at the top. High Ames, most notably. Let's have a look at my selections for this race. As I mentioned, really keen that High Ames can get the job done here. I think she's one of the better bets on the program, assuming that she finds the front. And Dwayne Dunn can dictate terms. I've got her ahead of Need the Dough. Would have preferred it a touch wetter probably, but you could say the same about the toppy. Hot Power's racing really consistently. Just whether he can match High Ames if it comes down to that last 200. That's the query in Roland. Well, if the right Roland turns up, he's in the race. If the wrong Roland turns up, he's not. We see High Ames go around to the gates here. Looks in great shape too. A few of these horses have been clipped here. Obviously woolly coats at this time of year with the cold weather around, but this girl hasn't been clipped lately. We'll hear from David Feek as to how she's holding her condition now with Bruce.
Well, her condition's almost as good as yours, David, I'd imagine. Feeling nice and fresh.
Yeah, fresh back from a trip to the UK, Bruce.
Fantastic. This horse here, High, it looks a perfect race for her today.
It does, yeah. I spoke to Nadia earlier, and I say it again to you, it's hard to draw any negatives. Not a pleasant, I'd rather be 260 shot than 100 to 1, but she's still got to go out there and do it.
Man, there's a good gap between the run from the trip to Queensland and didn't shirk the task with the big weight last time.
No, not at all. There was a lot of merit in that run, and to be honest, most of our horses present very fit, but she's taken some benefit from that too.
Roll forward today?
Look, we'll leave it to the maestro, but yeah, I would have thought so. You wouldn't want to be too far away from them.
Good luck. Thanks, David.
Thank you.
And Simon Wild's got gold medals here. Warwick Nabil Cup run was good and honest and tough.
Yeah, that's him. First try at or second try actually at the 1.5 miles. I reckon it'll suit him. He's been looking a bit dour over 2,000. So yeah, we're pretty hopeful from a good gate and the claim from Geordie. He should be right in the race.
So race looks as though High Arms a lead. Where do you end up in the run here?
Oh, look, I hope he just makes it work a little bit to get to the front. I think we should use the gate a little bit. He's shaping his bit of a dour stayer, so I don't want to sit and sprint. So if he led, that'd be fine. And if they want to go hard, he should sit in the box seat.
You had a look at the track. What were your thoughts and how it might race early in the day for you?
Yeah, look, it looked, it looked quite good on the fence, but I'd imagine that'll chop up. And they've obviously been working probably 5 or 6 horses off. Outside of that, it is quite firm. So I'd be interested to see what the jocks do after a race or two.
Okay, good luck. Thanks, Simon.
Cheers.
Simon Wild has got gold medals as we're almost ready for the first.
Past 53, Fox. Hello, boys. All right, all's well?
And we have a quick look at the market here before the running of the first at Caulfield. A few moves that are notable. High Aims open 270 out to 290 into 260, now back to 280, and that's because of support for Gold Medals number 3. Got to a top of $7 into 550, and also Hot Power has been well supported throughout the morning. 4 out to 440 into as low as 380. And now just correcting to 420. But they've been the 3 that have attracted most of the punters' attention.
So no market mover here in the first because of the shifts around the 3 you just mentioned there, Shark. High Aims, Gold Medals, Hot Power. They're the 3 key from the betting ring and need to go now out to $5. Of course, Saturday, Bletchingley Stakes Day, a field of 8 there, going to be pretty short. Lord of the Sky, drawing Barry 5 there for Saturday. So first leg of the quaddy on Saturday will be the Bletchingley Stakes, Group 3 level. Only a field of 8 to go there, but tremendous cicada across the day. Prices will be out soon for Saturday, including the Bletchingley. I wouldn't be surprised if it went up odds on. Ready to rips, missed a couple of starts of late. Le Bon Surge racing all without winning, nearest to pin breakthrough last time. But Dwayne done on Lord of the Sky on Saturday and will be favourite for the Bletchingley. Here's your last look at the market. $2.80 the 1, High Aims, $4 Hot Power, and $5 Need to Dough support for Gold Medals. As we welcome in Greg Miles, calling all the action here today at Caulfield.
And thanks to Bruce, TV in with us as well, so welcome along everyone. Nice to be at Caulfield for a midweeker. Here's Need the Dough coming along into her place. Didn't have a great deal of luck at Sandown last time out, going up next to the favourite High Aims. Was drawn immediately on her inside, has a visor on for the first time today, the favourite. She's 250 the tote, out to 280 on course. Gold Medals as hand support, and so too Hot Power. As Roland comes in for Caitlin Mellion. Currently leading the Apprentices title, only 2 meetings to go, and away they go in the first. Miss Matty a bit slow, and Roland jumped well, and High Aims got away fast as well. Gold Medals jumped nice and evenly down on the inside. And Need the Dough is up prominent as they come down to the judge, where it's High Aims in front, with Need the Dough pressing on and going to the lead now. Ruby Diamond's third, trapped a little bit deep there, and over on the inside, Gold Medals behind the speed, and then the grey Hot Power. They're 2 lengths to Roland, and Miss Matty is last as they race out to the 2,000 metres now. And Newitt has taken Need the Dough out to the lead, and he's showing out on this mare by about a length. Moving as second is High Aims away from the rail, and Ruby Diamond's just still caught a little bit deep in the gold colours there. Getting a nice trail behind them is Gold Medals, and so too is Hot Power, only about 3 or 4 lengths away from the lead, and they're 2 lengths to Roland with Miss Matty last on the inside. So Need the Dough has the lead, about to head towards the 1400 metres, out by just over a length to the favourite High Aims, and Gold Medals third on the inside, followed by Ruby Diamonds. A length further back in the field came Hot Power, and she's being followed, or he's being followed 2 lengths away to Roland, who's racing outside Miss Matty. They've gone up to the top of the track now, 1200 metres left to go. Need the Dough the leader, about 5 or 6 lengths is only covering the field. They haven't run it particularly hard, it's just been an even run. Need the Dough by 1 length, High Aim second, Ruby Diamonds a half length third, Gold Medals and Hot Power have both had good trails in 4th and 5th placings. A length and a half to Roland, who's about to peel out when they go to the railway side, and a length away was Miss Matty. At the 800 metres, Need the Dough by 3/4. High Aims up there in second, Ruby Diamonds wider. A length behind them now, Gold Medals has to wait for a bit of luck as Roland starts a move round the outside, and then Hot Power, who just hasn't got a run for the time being, and Miss Matty took off from the back of the field. 4 lengths only covering them now, and Roland in a quick move has dashed to the lead, and Roland takes Need the Dough. Miss Matty ran on to third. The favourite punters are starting to worry. High Aims is battling. She can't go, and she's dropped out to be last around the turn, where it's Roland the leader coming into the straight. So Roland is kicked about 2 lengths, 3 lengths in front of Need the Dough, and Miss Matty's running on down the outside, but past the 200 metres now, and Roland for Caitlin Mallion leads by 4 lengths to Miss Matty. Hot Power starting to get moving on the outside. Need the Dough is battling. Roland passes the 100 metre mark about 3 to 4 lengths in front, and it's Roland. Hard to catch on his day, but he's won it well by 3.5 to Hot Power. Need the Dough kicked up for third, just ahead of Miss Matty. Then came Gold Medals, had every chance and didn't finish off. Ruby Diamond second last, and the punters feel the pain early. High Aims beaten a long way out, is last in.
Woeful. Last on Saturday, Roland. First on Wednesday, Roland. It's all happening for Robbie. The Voice kids with Young Grace and Roland winning a race all in the 1 week. And Caitlin Mallion now going to 3 ahead of Jai McNeil in the title for the junior title for the season. She made it happen when she went off about the 700 metre mark down the side, when you could see that High Aims had been pestered to some extent by Ruby Diamonds for much of the race, and perhaps didn't appreciate it, but too bad to be true there. High Aims the favourite. Too good for the punters. Roland, please.
It looked, something didn't look right about 800 metres out, did it? Because Need the Dough didn't look to be travelling all that well in front. She was there, but didn't look to be confident in that leading position. You looked back, and Roland was wide, no traffic, and able to go whenever Kate wanted him to go. And he's a horse that doesn't have much of a turn of foot, but he's got momentum. And in what became a sprint, that momentum is what won Kate the race. It happens so often in these small horse staying races, doesn't it? The horse that takes off earliest is able to maintain that effort and keep going onto the line, and that's exactly what we saw here with Roland. Hot Power was unable to sprint and quicken with him, but he got going and ground home into a minor placing. Need the Dough was okay, staying on okay late in the race after leading. I think she's better with a sit and a chase myself. High Aims, the favourite in the race, looks awful on face value. We'll be watching the steward's tweet really closely in the next little bit, just to see if anything comes out of that run, because she was off the bit when the sprint ran on and just wasn't at all suited in a sit sprint race like that, but she's run well below her best. Robbie Lang, the man with the blonde hair, he's a winner here, and he joins Bruce.
Go on, the Shark. Well, last on Saturday, first on Wednesday. It obviously didn't work out for him on Saturday.
Yeah, I probably should have scratched him because of the upgrade on Saturday. He's hopeless on dry ground. When he got back to third last, when the horses out the back made their runs on Saturday and got around him, he went back to a clear last. And then his sectionals were almost the same as the winner. So he maintained his position of last. So it wasn't terrible. And, yeah, I remember a few of the old trainers at Epsom used to clip their horses on race morning to produce all the endorphins and get a bit of adrenaline going. So we twitched him up last night and clipped him, and I said to Caitlin, he always hits a flat spot at the 600. I said, let's just let him dawdle along out the back, I said, and at the half mile, I said, just shock him into it and keep him going.
Well, yeah, I mean, they had a plan and it worked. They even clipped him overnight. It's as you say, it's an old-fashioned ploy.
Yeah, it is. I know some of the top trainers at Epsom, they even clip them on race morning, and when you put the twitch on them and the nerves start doing whatever nerves do, but it produces endorphins and adrenaline, and yeah, I don't know, it's a bit of a surge of energy. And after we clipped him yesterday afternoon, I let him go in his paddock, and he galloped and bucked and rolled, and I thought, oh, well, he's feeling pretty good.
Should have spoken to you before the race. Big week for the family. Good to see Grace on Sunday night finally get to wear.
Yeah, she did us proud, sung really well, and she goes around again on Sunday, so we're hoping for the Bletchingley Saturday and Grace Sunday.
Good on you. Thanks, Robbie.
Good to know.
There's Robbie Lang. You can catch Grace Lang on The Voice Kids.
Yeah, flying there as well, isn't she? Grace doing a really good job there. First up, let's see how she goes second up on Sunday. If you back Roland, a little bit of support late in the market too. $7 and $10 back into 9. So somebody liked it, Bruce.
Yep. Robbie, well done, Caitlin. Robbie telling us the plan. Had the horse clipped yesterday and said he's just a lazy bugger and we better get him going from about the 800.
Yeah, that's right. That was the plan, and everything worked out well. They rolled along early, and he was able to relax. And when it come to the 800, I think, yeah, when I pulled him out, he felt amazing. You know, especially on the wet track, and a bit of a new role for him to hit the front so soon. So, no, I think it was really good.
Might be a really important win for you, mightn't it? Takes you to 3 clear in the Apprentice's title.
Yeah, that's right. Hopefully, he can keep going.
Got today, Saturday, Sunday, and next Wednesday.
Yeah, there's still time to catch me, so hopefully I can ride a couple more winners and secure it.
Good stuff. Thanks, Katie.
Thanks, Bruce.
Caitlin Mallyon wins on Roland. Haven't said that for a while.